Thank you, Ellen Sue. That was terrific. And it is good to see elections. I had the pleasure of meeting Francois before the meeting, and he was teasing me about the election. But I think elections suggest an interest and an earnest endeavor to be on the board, and we're looking for much more of that. So it's a very, very good sign, and félicitations. I'd like to invite Kathy Farrell, who is our Vice President, Branch Affairs, to take the mic, please.
Thanks, Kate. This has been my first year as VP of Branch Affairs, and I have to say how much I really enjoyed the experience of getting to know people throughout the branches, all across the province. It's been amazing, so I'm looking forward to the next term. Branches play an important role in hosting professional development activities and staying in touch with members on topics of mutual interest. The theme of Social Work Week 2014, Social Workers, Champions of Positive Change, was a perfect springboard for branches to reach out in their communities in a number of different and creative ways to show how the profession contributes and adds value to the quality of life of citizens in our province. Branches also provide a profile for the profession in their communities on an ongoing basis. One of the fun ones that I had the opportunity to participate in just this past weekend was the water station that Eastern Branch provides at the Ottawa Marathon every year. That was a lot of fun. 47,000 people enjoyed that water station, so it was neat to see the branches involved in some fun activities too. A significant role of the Vice President of Branch Affairs is to support branch presidents and branch representatives, as well as the regional directors, in addressing interests and needs of branches locally and connecting branches to larger discussions that occur within the association and within the profession. Prior to the board meetings 3 times a year, I chair a teleconference comprised of branch presidents and representatives, as well as the regional directors, and once a year, usually at the November meeting, we have a face-to-face meeting with the provincial board. The teleconferences are a very important way of branches learning from each other and hearing firsthand about the successes and challenges that each of them are facing. I've had the pleasure of getting acquainted with the voices of many of our branch representatives through the teleconferences, and I'm looking forward to meeting some of you face-to-face at this AGM. Over the past year, I've also chaired a small working group of the board, which has been consulting with branches to identify gaps and to develop and implement tools and resources that will help to sustain consistency and leadership over the years through the branches. And most recently, many of you will be aware that we've been working on a branch constitution template, as a number of branches didn't have that, as well as a branch governance manual. We hope to have an accountability agreement with branches ready to roll out by the end of this calendar year, and these will be signed jointly with the provincial board and with each local branch. And of course, none of this would be possible without the amazing team at 410 who provide all kinds of support to all of the activities that we undertake. With the leaner structure of the provincial board, we're committed to continuing our support with the branches and ensuring that they continue to provide a strong foundation for our professional association. I think that learning together and listening to each other is the only way that we'll continue to grow and to thrive, and I'm confident that we can do that. Thanks.
Thank you, Kathy. I'd now like to invite Keith Adamson, who is currently our Treasurer Secretary. He's going to present the 2013 audited statements and a little bit more.
As Treasurer Secretary, I'm gratified to tell you that I have not lost all of your money, and that OASW was successful in implementing a robust strategic plan that has core fiscal priorities, ensuring the association's fiscal viability and exploring cost sharing and revenue generating initiatives and partnerships. At year end, OASW is in good financial position. I'm pleased to note that we have done so while reducing membership fees by 2.9% this year. We have also held the line on other membership fees and priced our events and products for cost recovery as well. As of December 31st, 2013, OASW realized an excess in revenue over expenses of $90,459, which is largely attributed to an increase in membership revenues as the membership continues to climb, which is fantastic. We're close to 4,700 members in 2014 as compared to 4,435 in 2013. Publication sales and external mailings, rental income, findasocialworker.ca, and investment income also are part of that number. This past year, major expenses related to maintenance cost at the Provincial office property at 410 Jarvis Street, ongoing technology enhancements, and work with an external consultant on membership development. In the opinion of J.G. Short, our auditor, OASW's financial statements present fairly in all material respects. The association's financial position, operations, changes in net assets and cash flow for the year ending December 31st, 2013, in accordance with Canadian accounting standards for not-for-profit organizations. The Budget, Finance, and Audit Committee approved 8 projects for funding through requests by branches to retain year-end surplus funds and/or access special project funds for initiatives related to offering services to members locally. At this point, I would really like to thank the members of the Budget, Finance, and Audit Committee for their unwavering commitment and support over the year. I believe at this point I have to ask someone to make the motion to approve the audited financial statements, which is found at the back of this I can make the motion? Okay. You know, every time this happens, Rita has to tell me what exactly to do, and thank you, Rita. So I can make the motion and ask someone to second it, right? So I move that we accept the financial audited statements. Can I have a seconder? Bonnie? Awesome, thank you. All in favor? Thank you. I also believe that, can I make this the second motion as well for the auditor? So I would like to move that we reappoint J.G. Short, Chartered Accountant, as the association's auditor. Seconded by? Ruth, sorry. All in favor? Thank you.
Thanks very much, Keith. Appreciate that. It is wonderful to hear that the association's in good financial health. Part of a primary job of the board is to provide financial stewardship, and we do that in a really collaborative way with the 410 team. And it's also very heartening to hear our membership growing at the rate it's growing. So these are all signals of a very healthy, thriving organization, and we're very proud of that. So the final act, or the final motion for business for the day, no, the second last actually, I want to just go back to, I deferred my comments as outgoing president till the end, because I just wanted to use this opportunity to do a couple of things. It has been a spectacularly engaging 2 years as president of the Ontario Association of Social Workers. I learned tons. I laughed a lot. I learned from colleagues on the board. And part of doing this is not only giving back to a profession I absolutely love, and I said that the first time I took a mic when I was with the OASW. This is a profession of which we should be so, so proud. And one of the things I'm going to ask all of you to seriously think about, regardless of what you do for a living, is to make sure that whatever title your organization confers upon you, or if you're in private practice, it doesn't matter, but whatever it is you do in terms of identifying your position in a place, is don't forget to tell people you're a social worker. One of the things people forget is that if you have a title in your organization, that part of how you got there is because of your social work training. And then people don't understand what social workers do, and the reality is we do a number of things. The knowledge and expertise present in this room by all of you, and then the 4,700 members that, in addition, that we represent, we forget to tell people we're social workers. So please don't subjugate your training, your talent, and your title to some other one that your organization confers on you. It's okay to be both. And I hope you do that, because I certainly do that very proudly. I'm an administrator, you know, some talking head, but everybody in my community knows I'm a social worker, because I'm just so very proud of that. So my challenge to you in year 51 is to make sure that people know that you're a social worker, as well as whatever else that you bring to the table, whatever else you do. As it's been an absolute pleasure to be able to give back. I've been on the board, I think this is year 6. Rita, I'm looking at you. Something like that. Who's going to defer? Who's going to argue, right? But around 6 years on the board, and to be able to give back in that way. When I got my degree in 1995, I was incredibly excited. And the first thing I did was join the association, and at that point the college was a voluntary college, so I did that too. So, you know, maybe I'm weird, and I'm willing to accept that, and if you choose to see me that way. But I think having regulation and social workers being regulated has been a real boon for how other associations see us and how other professionals see us. So we've made great strides as a profession, but the place where the professional profiling work happens is with the association. And those of you who are sitting here in this room who are members know that. And what I'd ask you to do is tell your colleagues who aren't a member, because things happen because we have the resources to do them. We have some magnificent people we're going to talk about in a little bit who have come back after setting the stage and pioneering the association. 50 years is a remarkable, remarkable accomplishment, and we continue to grow, we continue to thrive, but most importantly, we continue to adapt, and that's what social work is all about. That's what we ask our clients to do, that's what we coach people about, and so the fact that we're walking the talk is a particularly proud piece for me. And by way of representing that, I want to draw your attention to the annual report. I know I have 3 minutes. How am I doing? Okay? Okay. Take a look at this annual report. You know, annual reports are usually something you want to read when you want to have a quick nap or you want to go to sleep at night. We get that. But one of the things we also know is that the annual report is a way to convey a lot of information quickly. So this year, we outsourced the drafting and the development of the annual report. And Jackie, I'm not going to do justice because I can't remember your last name, but Jackie, what's your last name? Dion. Easy enough. So Jackie Dion, could you just raise your hand, because I am going to put you right at the focus of attention, thank you, and her partner were very instrumental in developing this. And it reflects, in my opinion, the progressiveness of the association. There's some great informatics in this. Because we are all looking at the world through the lens of a computer, we see quick info bites, so nobody has time to read through a long narrative of what we did, who we are, and where we're going. But a lot of this is reflected through this annual report in a much more kind of visual soundbite fashion. So I want to commend Joan and her team for going out and taking a brand new approach to telling our story for the last year. And I hope you take a few minutes to look at it. And yes, there's still some narrative in it, but there are also some neat graphics and again a reflection of the world as it's evolving in 2014, with ideally much more to come. So. It's been a pleasure, and I thank you for your participation and membership in the. I hope you'll continue to do so, and most importantly, I hope you will invite one more person who is not a member of the association to become one, because membership truly, truly does have its privileges with the OASW. So on that note, I'm going to finish my last piece of business, and I'm going to move for the approval of acts and deeds of the Board of Directors during 2013-14. Could I have someone move that? Dan, thank you. Seconder, Ellen Sue, thank you. It shouldn't be someone from the board, Ellen Sue, so could I have another seconder, please? Hi, you are? Sue? Cooper Stock. Oh, hi, Sue. I know your name. Nice to meet you. Thank you for seconding. All in favor? Any opposed? The motion is carried. Thank you. I know there's one more thing. Yeah. Oh, we need. Okay, thank you. My bad. We need approval of the executive reports. So can an executive move? A member of the executive can move. So could I ask someone to move acceptance of all of the executive reports? Thank you, Joanne Turner. And seconder, please. Thank you, Linda. Sorry, I'm having a moment. Thank you, Linda. All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. Motion carried.